Okay, you guys, so as you probably figured out from the title of today's video, I have already made $213 in gross sales on just 3 items from this thrift haul that I'm about to share with you. I have a crazy kitten who's probably going to be a little bit of a nightmare to film with because she's very hyper right now. So anyway, let's roll that intro and get right into this week's episode of my Friday Thrift Finds series. Hey guys, I'm Kay and you've arrived at my weird little corner of the internet. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller, mostly on eBay and Poshmark. I do also sell on Depop, though it's been a while since I made a sale over there. I'm not super active on that platform. And I also do sell locally at an antique mall. I'm not sure how much longer that's going to continue. It's not really going the best, but I also haven't been able to devote too much time to it, and it definitely shows. But anyway, that's where I sell my items, mostly eBay and Poshmark. This is another episode of my Friday Thrift Find series. We're almost at 52, which will be the year mark. I think it will end up going a little bit into 2023 because I don't think I started the first Friday of the year, but we'll see. I do have a crazy kitten. She's 9 weeks old, Clove. She will probably make an appearance at least once. Here we go. Here's the first one. She's very hyper at the moment, and she's obsessed with the space in between the cushions of the couch. She tries to dive in there. So yeah, that's fun. And dealing with a kitten. So it is what it is. I can't really control her actions. But anyway, this thrift haul, I have made 3 sales, all of which were on eBay, all of which sold within a day of listing them. Everything is listed except for the 1 pair of shoes that I got. And I am going to try and show you the Poshmark listings just because it's easier to show those as I am, kind of showing you the item and describing it a little bit, just so you can see kind of how I price these items. But yeah, let's get started. So we'll start with the first item that I haven't listed. Well, the only item I haven't listed. This is a pair of sneakers. These are J-Slides. I have found this brand, I think, once before, but it was marked too high for me to pick it up and try it out. I'm not sure what these will go for. They're kind of a fly knit style upper material like Nike does, with some perforations, a little bit of a platform that I do need to clean up. But yeah, they're in pretty good shape otherwise, and these are a 7.5. I do also want to say that in total I spent $123.41 on everything in this haul. I think Liv did pull out a couple items for her own personal closet, but in total I got 36 items, and my cost of goods was $3.42, which I love because if you've been around for a while, you know I like to stay at $5 and under. If you couldn't tell from the thumbnail of this video, Clove, come on. I did get a couple of My Little Ponies, and that's part of the reason why the cost of goods is so low, because there were quite a few of them. Anyway, let's get into some clothing. This first item probably wasn't the best pickup, but I had not noticed the flaw until after I got home and already ripped off the tag, so I can't return it. So I just listed them as is. This is Everlane. I love picking up Everlane because it is a sustainable brand. These are a size 30, so a good size for me. These are the high-rise kick crop, so a great style as well. The problem is that this belt loop, which is on the left side, is off on the bottom. So there is a little bit of a hole here. Again, I didn't notice that when I was in the store. However, the caveat and silver lining for these is that they were only marked at $3.99 because they probably saw this flaw, even though I didn't. So I'm sure I could still turn a profit on these. They do have a raw hem, but yeah, a little bit disappointing that they did have that belt loop that was broken. Listen, you little gremlin. You're cute, but you're crazy. Okay, next we have a pair of leggings. It wouldn't be one of my hauls without some kind of activewear. So this is a newer piece of Athleta. I'm pretty sure I have sold these before on eBay. I tried to look through my eBay solds real fast when I was pulling the screenshots to show you, but it's over 90 days, so I can no longer find it. Anyway, these are the Lightning Camo 7/8 tight, size small. You could tell they're newer because the pants will always have the name of the item right underneath the brand name. These are from fall of 19. I'm only going back to late 2018 at this point. I try to stay roughly within 3 years, you know, plus or minus a little bit depending on the style. So as the name implies, these are a camouflage print. They are like a gray and black camo, 7/8 length, again size small. They do have a back zip pocket. More denim. I got these because they were also $3.99 like that first pair of Everlane jeans that I showed you. However, these are not flawed. These are the mom jean. Here is the American Eagle tag, though I'm sure most of you are familiar. You want the non-cursive font that does not say Outfitters. These are a size 10, 10 regular, and they do have busted knees on both legs. So I love selling American Eagle jeans. I usually get about $25 to $28 depending on style. Do have a couple pieces of Gymshark. This is the first one. I'll just show you the label once because they're basically the same. There's Gymshark. This is a size medium. This is like a little cropped pullover, quarter zip. It's called the Pippa Training Pullover. It does have the spell out here, kind of like at the collarbone. Yeah, so like I said, everything's been listed. This was a cool find. I honestly picked this up just because of the size. It is Free People, which I am super picky with, all Free People and Anthropologie these days. But this is a size large. Most of you guys know the metal Free People tag. This is called the Silky Nights. As the name implies, it's very silky feeling, though it is not made of silk. It is this beautiful black floral pattern. I believe it has some French words on here as well. It is a very oversized kind of tunic length. I do have another pair of Everlane jeans. These I think were $6.49 versus the $3.99 other pair that was flawed. Also size 30, so I'm sure they probably came from the same person. These are the curvy cheeky jean. They are also black like the first pair. Straight leg style, a little bit wider in the hips for the curvy girls. So I am excited about these as well. I love selling Everlane jeans. They do tend to sit a little bit long for me nowadays. They used to move really quick for me, but that's okay. I will still happily pick up a sustainable brand. This is the other Gymshark item. These are a ribbed legging, like a light sage green color. They do have this spell out, I believe, on the front of one of these legs. Yep. It's this leg right here is the spell out, and the size on these leggings and most Gymshark leggings is in the ankle. These are a size small, and these are called the Power Down legging. Okay, and that's it for clothes. I just wanted to double check because one of the other clothing pieces I already sold. We'll get to that at the end of the video. Okay, so when we were in the store, do you mind? While we were in the store, I was with my daughter on this day, and I usually sort my clothes in like the kids and baby clothing aisles because they're not as heavily trafficked as the rest of the store. So I will go over in that area and sort my cart, figure out what I'm actually gonna take home and all that stuff. And in that store that we were in, it just so happened to be right in front of the wall of like toy bags in the kids section. So my daughter spotted a couple bags of My Little Ponies in there. They were each $6.49. I can't remember how many were in each bag, roughly the same amount. So we got 4 of them, and they're all vintage. So I'm gonna show you them, each one of them that I still have, that I haven't sold, and I'll kind of show you the listings and talk about them a little bit. And if you didn't know, when my daughter finds stuff that I can resell, when the item does hopefully sell, I give her half of the profits. So she has already made some dollars from this find. So she's really excited. She's trying to save up her money to buy herself a laptop. So yeah, anyway, she did all the research also. She got the names of all of them, and so I'm gonna read them off of her list that she gave me. She wrote them all down. So this one is the only boy one. This is Daddy Apple Delight. It's a weird name. He has like tree cutie marks. That's what these images are called. He is from 1987. So these are all Hasbro, which is in Rhode Island, which is where we live. So we find a lot of Hasbro products. Him I listed by himself, I think for 18, but you guys will probably be seeing the image. This is one of the ones from the thumbnail. I think this one's called Buttons. So she has like ribbons and buttons as her cutie mark. This one I also listed individually at $99.99, so $100. It's got quite a few watchers. I did get an offer of $65. I did not accept it just because it has so many offers, so I'm kind of hoping to get closer to my list price. And I forgot to tell you when she's from 1985. That reminds me of the Bowling for Soup song.
She's still preoccupied with 1985.
If you guys know that song. This is the other one that has been listed separately. This is old Night Glider, and the cutie mark is kind of like a galaxy. This one is also listed at $100 and also has a few watchers, and this one's from 1984. All right, as you guys probably already know, my battery died per usual. All right, so next we have a set of 4 baby ponies. I will show you each of them in a second. I put all of these together in one lot, so a lot of 4, and I put them on auction. I don't often do auctions on eBay, but for things like this, I will if, you know, they're not really that much value individually. This one doesn't have any bids yet. The other auction I did, which I'll talk about shortly, does have a couple bids, but yeah, so far, none on this. If I don't get any bids, so in theory they don't sell, I will probably list them individually at that point. This first one is pink. This one is, sorry, I have to refer to the list because I don't remember what they all are. This one is Baby Tiddlywinks, and she has a bib on her butt for a cutie mark. Then there is Baby Cuddles, which has a rattle, and she's kind of a minty green color. Then there's this one Pegasus one, because she's got little wings, and she is called Dots and Hearts. She's got like a little diaper with dots and hearts. And then the last baby one is purple, and it has a rabbit, and this one is Baby Noddins. So Noddins is from 87. Dots and Hearts is from 87. Cuddles is from, I think that says 85. And Tiddlywinks is also 85, so. All right, now all the rest of the ponies, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All 8 of these are the other auction. That one has 3 bids. I started it off at $29.99. It's up to a whole $32 with 3 bids, which is fine. It still has a couple days left. I started both of the auctions the same day, so they'll both end at the same time. But again, it's just these don't really have much value on their own, so I lotted them together just to see what happens. And you know, I already sold 2 ponies, which we'll talk about, and those other 2 that are listed at $100 a piece. So there's enough profit that, you know, if these only sell for $32, we'll be happy with that. Anyway, this one is Glory. She has kind of a shooting star cutie mark. This one has had its tail replaced. This tail is supposed to be purple like the mane, but has been replaced with white, as far as I can tell, because none of the pictures I've seen have a white tail. This one's from 1983. We have Butterscotch with, I think, butterflies as a cutie mark. This one's from 82. This one, no, not that one. Sundance, I believe this one is Sundance. It's kind of got like little lacy patterns in pink with some hearts. This is Minty with the clovers as a cutie mark, if you guys can see that. This one also has a little bit of discoloration at the top of the tail. This one is called Fizzy. It has root beer or some kind of like drink on her bum, and she does have, if you can see, if I can get her hair out of the way, rhinestone eyes. I apologize for the background noise. The kitten is having a time. This one's called Little Pocket. It is missing something. So as you can see, it has a little like 3D pig here. It's supposed to have a coin on a little piece of string, and the coin fits in here into the piggy bank. So I did just make sure I noted that in the listing description for the auction. This one's called Peachy. She is kind of peachy, and then she has hearts for her cutie mark. And this one, which is the last one I have to show you, is called Cotton Candy, and she just has speckles. This one's from 82. I keep forgetting. 82 for Peachy. 90, this is the only one that's not 80s, for Little Pocket. 85 for this one. 87. So yeah, all 80s except for this one, which is the only 91. So $32 so far on those. We'll see how that goes. I think it ends on Sunday, so it's got 2 more days because I am, of course, filming this on the Friday it's going live. Okay, so I said I had 3 sales. Let's talk about those. Let me grab my little notebook here. Okay, so $213 in sales, all 3 sold on eBay. I think I mentioned that before, but just in case. The first one to sell was another vintage MOP. I sold 2 of them so far that I don't have to show you. You guys will be seeing the photos here. So this one was called Wave Jumper. She was actually a sea pony, so a seahorse versus, you know, a horse with 4 legs. And apparently that one was really rare. The sea ponies came with little clamshells, and from doing my research, if you find just the clamshell that went with Wave Jumper, it was a like lime green color, you can get upwards of $230 plus for just the clamshell, not including the pony. So if you have the clamshell and the pony, you can make some pretty good money. So I listed Wave Jumper at $175. I couldn't find any that had sold within the last 90 days on eBay, so I went on my computer and pulled up Terapeak, which is available to you if you have an eBay store, I believe, and looked at the last 365 days. And the last time I could see that it sold, just the pony itself, was $150. So I shot a little bit high and expected to take offers. I got a $200 offers, like 2 different $100 offers. I don't want you to think I got a $200 offer on something I listed for $175. If that happens, it's a scam. Anyways, so I got those 2, and the first offer actually was $145. So I had put up a little poll on my Instagram to ask, you know, what would you do? Would you take that and run, or would you wait and you see if someone bought it full price or another higher offer came in? So I let it sit for a little while, which is when I got the other 2 offers. But ultimately, you know, me and Liv talked about it and we decided to go with the $145 offer. Their username had MLP in the name, so I guess they're into My Little Pony. Totally fine, happy to accept that. So yeah, $145 just for one sea pony. Awesome. I think when we calculated this out, with the amount of ponies we got for what we paid for each of the bags, it was like $1.22 or $1.23 per pony. So $1.23 into 145. Happy with that. Livy got her cut. I think she got like 60 something dollars just for that one pony. So she was really happy about that. The other MLP that sold was one of the babies. This one was called Crumpet. It was yellow and it had a little tooth in the front, so it was like baby's first tooth. This one I listed, I think it was $32, and I got a couple watchers, so I sent out an offer to watcher. I will generally send out offers to watchers like immediately as soon as I see that I have a watcher. When I open up my eBay app, I do it all day. As soon as I see it and I open it, you get an offer. So I sent out $28 offers. Actually, I think I sent out a $30 offer and then someone countered with $28 and that sold. So again, $1.20 something cents into 28 bucks. Fine by me. So that's why that one didn't get lotted up with the other ones, because it was worth a decent enough amount on its own. The third thing that already sold from the same haul was a frame shirt. I don't often pick up frame, it doesn't do the best for me, but the shirts and tops do way better for me than the denim has ever done. And this was 100% silk. It was navy. It was called the Le Victorian shirt. It had a bunch of buttons down the front, not the whole way. It was kind of like a popover, and it was sold on Revolve in the black color. And this one was navy. So I don't use any stock photos on eBay, but I did use them on Poshmark until I had to delete the listing because it sold on eBay. But this sold full price for $39.99, so $40. And I think I paid $7 for that, but you know, average cost of goods, $3.42 into $40, and it sold in a matter of hours. Super happy with that. So yeah, $213 in sales so far. And you know, I still have all of these ponies to sell. I think there's still 16 of them to sell, or 15, something like that. It was either 17 or 18. I can never talk. This is the problem. I think we got 17 or 18 in total, and 2 have sold. So still a lot of profit to be made, and Liv is super excited. So yeah, definitely keep your eye out for vintage My Little Pony. They can go for a lot of money. When I sold the Sea Pony, I had posted a screenshot into a Facebook group of like eBay resellers, and there were a lot of comments from people that had sold other ponies for $400 plus. So there's definitely some big bolos in the MLP community to look out for. So yeah, I'm definitely going to look for more of these because $145 and $28 and 2 that I have listed for $100 a piece. Can't go wrong. I paid $1 and change for each one of them. Happy with that. Yeah, so that's everything that I have to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching as always. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have come across any vintage MLP. Have you sold them? How did it go? Or let me know, you know, in the comments what your favorite item was from this haul. Obviously, that $145 Sea Pony is my favorite because I don't often get sales that are in triple digits, so that's always really exciting for me. If you like this video at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out here on YouTube to know what type of content you enjoy seeing from me. Sorry if it's a little, you know, cut and pasty, splotchy, trying to deal with the 9-week-old kitten that is now to my left. She's a little bit calmer right now, but it's gonna be a little touch and go for a bit until she, you know, kind of matures a little bit. So I do apologize for that, but this is real life and I share my real life here on YouTube. But anyway, if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here in this weird little family on the internet, and I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.